Hello, friends. Jackie Edwards here. Fucking feeling fabulous today. And in recognition of that, I put my sparkly dressing gown on just for this. I am like a changed person. It is fucking amazing. And it's partly mindset and partly vitamin B12. So I haven't been doing very many live videos, I haven't been coming on and chatting very often because I have been freaking exhausted. I have been stressed, I have been overwhelmed, I've been exhausted. And I kept telling myself, of course you are, Jackie, because, the last 3 months have been a shit show. Actually, maybe it's the last 6 months have been a shit show. You know what? The last 3 years have been the most stressful years of your life, Jackie. So, of course, you're tired. Of course, you're exhausted. Of course, you can just sleep and relax. And of course, you're just going to constantly feel like shit. Oh my God. So, first of all, makes total sense. And I am allowed to be tired. I'm allowed to rest and relax when I'm tired after being overwhelmed. But also, the more I tell myself I'm stressed and tired and overwhelmed, the more stressed and tired and overwhelmed I feel. So it is a little bit of a vicious cycle. But it's not magic. Like, mindset work isn't magic all the time. We can't just be like, oh, I'm just going to tell myself I'm not tired anymore, and magically I won't be tired, because, well, that's not how the body works. But I finally, earlier this week was just like, what the fuck, I'm tired. I'm tired of being tired. I'm tired of being stressed. I'm tired of waking up in a fog every morning. I'm tired of feeling all of this overwhelm. I'm tired of it. There has to be something better. And I just had a little thought, or I don't even know how this all came about. And I'm like, vitamins. If only I could take my damn vitamins. And actually, I think I was searching for something online and this place came. Oh, I was searching to get my eyelashes done. That's it. I was searching for a new place to get my eyelashes done because my normal lady is fully booked up. And the place that I found also does all of these aesthetic procedures. And I was scrolling through and I saw they do a vitamin B12 injection. And I was like, oh, B12 is for energy. And I was like, I always used to take B12 vitamins. And so I was like, maybe I should get this injection, because I obviously can't take a vitamin for more than 2 weeks because brain is gone and it's all too much effort. So I didn't want to go there because that place was not really at my vibe. But I found another lady that does all these vitamin injections and drips and stuff, and I had a lovely chat with her. And I think 2 days ago we did the vitamin B12 injection. So at first it didn't, nothing happened. So it was 24 hours later, I woke up the next morning and I'm like, oh, I still feel like shit. I'm still tired. I'm still exhausted. Blah, blah, blah. Oh, that afternoon, it all, the fog lifted. Yesterday I was in loads of pain because I get stress headaches and all that fun stuff. And it comes from my shoulder and everything was just all sad and locked up in my jaw and horribleness. By afternoon it was gone. And I felt like a new person. The fog lifted. And holy fuck, basically. Today I was up at 6:30 in the morning. I've been for a swim. We have a steam shower as well. I did some yoga, so I did a couple of sun salutations. I swam for 20 minutes. I did some stretches in the pool as well. I did a steam shower, a face mask. Who the fuck am I? It's just past 8 in the morning, and usually I'm still in bed trying to get up. So it was a mixture of me deciding yesterday that I was going to stop telling myself I was tired and I was exhausted, and I was going to allow myself to feel that way, but not make it the focus of my thoughts every morning. And a mix of that fucking vitamin B12 shot. So I have ordered one of those at-home blood tests where you can test your vitamin levels just to see where everything's at. I should have done that before I got the B12 shot, but hey, nobody's perfect. So I can see, I know I'm going to need vitamin D because I'm always low in vitamin D and I live in England and the sun doesn't shine enough. But I can hopefully get all my levels good and then just be at a steady baseline. So when the stress does come, my body is able to handle it and take it a little bit better. I'll just have that little bit better, higher baseline of energy and just happiness in there. Anybody can do these things. Not anybody, because you have to have these kind of things by you. You can just take regular vitamins. They don't absorb as well in the stomach, especially if you've got any kind of digestive issues. But it takes a lot longer, so you have to take like vitamin pills for like a month for it to like all build up and really start working. Whereas the injection works kind of like 24 to 72 hours. They say it starts like really kicking in. And yeah, so that's been amazing. And also, again, just having that slightly different mindset where, of course, I'm allowed to be tired. Of course, I'm allowed to have been stressed. But realizing that I had gotten into the habit of always being stressed, of always looking for what I had to fix, what I had to save, what I had to do next, and constantly having all of those thoughts churning and churning and churning in my head, and then beating myself up for just being so tired and not being able to do everything. And then, like, I would miss a couple of things every once in a while, like, as we all do. Nobody's perfect. We're not going to get all of this shit done. And so I would, like, miss a couple of things and be like, oh my God, what's wrong with me? If I wasn't so tired, then I could have done this. But just constantly staying in that, like, level of stress. Whereas kind of from yesterday, I started just being like, you know what? Right now, it's almost like that thing they kind of teach you in meditation and stuff. It's like being in the now. Like right now, everything is fucking amazing. Like my life is beautiful. Like even though all this other shit is going on, right now, I'm safe. Right now, I'm secure. Right now, like I live on a beautiful farm. I've got all these beautiful animals. Like right now, it's all okay. And all of this other stuff is happening, but I don't have to think of it all right now. And just kind of taking that breath when you feel that stress coming on. Because otherwise, stress can give you like a little bit of a dopamine rush. Not even just a little bit, but we can get used to like our brain gets a little bit low on energy, especially if you have like ADHD. You know, your dopamine is just not doing all the things it's supposed to do. And like those little boosts of stress and it's almost like, and solving the problem gives you that dopamine rush. So you get into the habit of like looking for problems and then solving them so that you can feel good inside, which I totally do all the time. So I'd be like, oh, I'm just sitting here and be like, oh, feeling not great about myself, like tired and blah, blah, blah. And I'm like, whoa. And I'd be like, oh, remember that problem? Oh, here's a quick solution for it. Oh, now I feel a little bit better. But then you're just constantly thinking about all those things. And you don't always think of the solution straight away. So then you're like, oh, my brain needs dopamine. Like the neural pathway is like, oh, if we just solve a problem, then we get that dopamine rush. So let's find a problem. Okay, now let's work on it. So then you sit there stressed out, overwhelmed, being like, oh my God, why is there all these problems? Why is my brain always telling me all of these problems? Why is it always sharing with me all this stuff? Why is it so focused on the negative? It's because then when you fix it, you get that little hit of dopamine, that little hit of like positive, oh, there we go. I'm awesome. I solved the problem. Look at me go. Which your body loves that. But the process of getting to that, maybe we can find better ways of like getting those dopamine rushes, having that little bit of serotonin, having like some of those feel good chemicals instead of going into deep stress, deep overwhelm to solve a problem and then come out of it. So that's what I'm working on. Again, not perfect. This is like the work of a lifetime. I didn't just completely fix myself from one day to the next because I tweaked something in my mindset. But I can come back to that when I find myself in that overwhelm kind of habit, in that stress habit, and come back and say, oh, first of all, right now, safe and secure, everything's okay around me. Sometimes it's not, and you do have to deal with it, but most of the time, you can be like, okay, everything's all right around me. Where am I at? Am I trying to solve this problem because it needs solving right this very second? Or am I trying to solve this problem because my brain wants a dopamine rush and it's trying to like bring up all the bad things so that if I fix them, I can feel good about myself? And then what do? No, you find something else you like. Have a nap. Fucking naps work miracles. Relax, rest yourself. Just remember, you're human. You've got this. You're safe and secure right now. And have a think if you can get some vitamins, especially a vitamin injection, because holy fuck, life-changing. That, added to the mindset, we'll see how long it lasts. I've actually got another one on Monday because she suggests doing kind of 4 in the first 6 weeks to like get to a really good baseline, and then it's almost like every 3 months after, which will make it actually cheaper than buying all the vitamin pills. So it's like £30 for the injection, whereas like a bottle of pills for a month is like £30. So if I do it every 3 months, like it saves 20 as well. I'll probably add a few more injections in there, so we'll see what happens. But yeah, that's my story for today. This is not medical advice at all. I am not a medical person. I am just floundering through the world like everybody else. But I do a lot of research. I research it myself. Everybody's body reacts differently. As we know from the whole like fat versus skinny debate, we all gain weight and lose weight completely different ways, completely not based on diet or exercise or whatever alone. Like, stress plays such a massive part as well in your weight gain or even your body shape. Stress is such a massive thing. And when we get in that habit of stress, and I think that's another hard thing to break, because, we get really stressed out, we start to gain weight, and then we get even more stressed out because we're told being fat is bad. So then we're like, oh my God, I'm stressed out. Now I'm fat and stressed out. And that's like the worst thing to be. So now I have to figure out how to go on a diet. And so then we start restricting calories, which again, our body finds as a stressor, because it's like trying to like balance between like starvation mode. It's like, what have you done to me? And you're feeling the stress because the society tells you you're bad for being fat, and you've already got all the stress that was already there. And then you're trying to like diet and like cut food groups out of your body, and your body's like physically like stressed now because it's like, what's happening? Where'd the food go? Let's go into like fight or flight mode. And then you're even more stressed, and then it's just a big fuck up. It doesn't work. Your body is beautiful just as it is. It's time to look for other ways of just getting almost not even into balance, but just into a more even flow. And loving ourselves is the bottom of it. And it's accepting that, of course, I feel stressed sometimes. Of course, I don't always love my body, because I've got all of these messages around me. I've got all these messages that I should be stressed. I should be overwhelmed, because we're in this like work, work, work productivity culture. And I almost feel bad when people ask me, what do I do? Because I don't have like a normal job. I am super privileged right now. And I feel bad because people are like, well, what do you do all day? And I can say, of course, I have a farm, and I do stuff on the farm all day, but it doesn't take up my entire time. So then I feel bad because I'm not overworking and I'm not busy all the time. So then I have to add all these other stressors into my life, because being stressed and overwhelmed is acceptable in society, because we should be working and producing and killing ourselves for that. Anyways, I've rambled on for too long because of all this energy, and I feel so fucking fabulous, but I'm going to end it there. So, moral of my story is, have a look. If you're in the habit of being stressed, like, what is your underlying feel in your body? Do you underlying feeling like tired, overwhelmed, stressed out? And maybe just think about why. Like, what's really going on? What are you chasing? And have a think. Do you just need a few vitamins here and there? Who knows? But the mix of mindset and kind of that things in your physical body, they go beautifully together. And it's not because I'm fat that I need more vitamins. I think pretty much all of us need more vitamins, just because we don't absorb them very well through our food. A lot of our food has a lot less vitamins in it now, just because of the way it's farmed and what we've done to the planet. And we're allowed to get boosters, and we're allowed to have help, and it's allowed to be wonderful and easy. And I love you, and I will see you again next time.